phone, dude. I was standing here, fucking attacked my daughter's my daughter's almost 2 years old, and she's standing there screaming. Who do you think I'm gonna do?
A 4th of July weekend of family fun turns horrifying when a father kills a seagull with his bare hands, leading officers through a series of shocking moments, almost too strange to believe. On July 6, 2024, the North Wildwood Police Department is called to Maury's Pier in New Jersey after the staff is alerted to a gruesome scene inside one family's seaside cabana. Officers go to approach the father, 30-year-old social...
The call log from the North Wildwood Police Department lists the incident type as animal complaint. That is the official public record. A complaint, an animal complaint. That is how the paperwork begins on a day that ends with a man holding a severed bird's head in his hand while his 2-year-old daughter watches. That phrase, animal complaint, sits on the page like a bomb wrapped in a napkin. The distance between the bureaucratic language of the log and the physical reality of the scene is the entire story. It is the gap between what is filed and what is felt. Imagine the report a single line of dry text. Now imagine the sand on the boardwalk, the heat, the scream of gulls, a father's hand twisting, the small, feathered body coming apart. That single image, a torn bird on a family table, a child's plastic cup still sweating lemonade beside it, is the lens for everything that follows. The violence is not an interruption of the family outing. It is the centerpiece of eyes.
On July 6, 2024, the North Wildwood Police Department is called to Maury's Pier in New Jersey after the staff is alerted to a gruesome scene inside one family's seaside cabana. Officers go to approach the father, 30-year-old social media influencer Franklin Zaggler.
You guys want him out? Will Maury had the opportunity to throw him out. He didn't throw him out, so just want to make sure he understands the severity of what he did, which I don't think he does.
Before we go deeper into what the documents actually show, make sure you're subscribed to Police Bodycam Legal Analysis. Because we don't just cover the story, we follow the evidence. And the evidence here is messy, not because it is complicated, but because it is simple. A man kills a protected migratory bird. The law says that is a crime. The man says he is the victim. The state says he is a defendant. And the phone in his pocket says he is a content creator. Those three identities do not sit comfortably together in a courtroom. The Seagull incident happened on the 4th of July weekend. The pier was crowded. Families in cabanas. French fries on paper plates. Gulls circling like little gray opportunists. According to the witness statements, a bird entered the cabana and took food from the table. What happened next depends on who is speaking. The defendant told officers the bird attacked his daughter.
What did I do?
So I'm going to walk you through exactly what happened. Your camera's on.
Yeah, you're good.
My daughter was sitting here eating fries.
Okay.
It was better on her face.
She was standing here. I was standing here. She was standing here. All of a sudden, all the seagulls came out taking pictures of her. There was like
10 seagulls.
10, 12, 20, whatever it was. They came, she was screaming, I just grabbed and I went like this, boom.
Okay. That's fine. So listen, what I'm saying is that you need the information just because you're not getting charged. To kill her, yes, it is.
He said he grabbed it to protect her. The bird's body told a different story. The head was detached. The officer asked where the head was. The answer was chilling in its precision in his hand.
The seagull?
Yeah.
Where was it at, the seagull? Did it have its head on it, or was the head off of it?
Head off.
Where was the head at?
He held it in hand.
In the other hand?
Yeah, like all together.
All together. But it was deep, but the head wasn't attached anymore. Did you go get him a trash bag?
No, I just went for the managers.
As Franklin explains his side of the story, the officer's request for his identification causes tensions to brew.
That's fine. I'm still need to grab all your information.
For what?
He held it in his hand, not thrown away, not dropped in shock. Held. For how long? Long enough for the staff to see it. Long enough for a manager to to be called, long enough for the phrase, Seagull decapitated. To travel from table to kitchen to office, the irony is immediate and total. A man who claims to be defending his child from an animal becomes the man posing with the animal's body parts. And not in secret. In front of the cabana. In front of his girlfriend. In front of the toddler. The same child he says he was protecting. A parent shields a child from violence. He does not curate the violence for the child's viewing. That is the line the officers kept circling back to. Not the killing. The display. The waitress described the bird on top of the garbage can. The head beside it. Placed. Positioned. Like a trophy arranged for a photograph.
According to one witness, she saw Seagull take food from the table inside Franklin's cabana. She then saw him grabbing the bird with his bare hands. The food and beverage manager says they stepped in after Franklin's waitress reported the scene to him and other staff members.
We obviously were all in shock. We didn't even know what to.
When the Seagull was on top of the garbage can, was it decapitated?
Yeah.
Okay, where was the head at?
Right next to it.
Okay.
Yeah. So he did that.
And then the camera came out. His girlfriend took pictures. He took video. The scene was no longer an emergency. It had become a set.
What happened next caught the attention of other visitors. One witness claimed that after Franklin decapitated the bird, he and his girlfriend then took photos and videos of the dead animal and showed it to their toddler.
Come on, dude, I'm standing here ready to fucking attack my daughter's my daughter's almost 2 years old,
and that's why,
she's standing there screaming. What do you think I'm gonna do?
Yeah. Did that happen from the bird? Like, did that happen with that or
There
not?
is a moment in the Bodycam footage that defines the entire psychology of the case. The officer asks Franklin Zaggler why he needs his identification. The defendant responds, "I don't trust none of you guys." He says this while standing in a public venue, covered in the remains of an animal, after asking for a trash bag to dispose of the body. He does not trust the police, but he trusts the algorithm.
Franklin, a popular social media user with more than 600,000 followers on TikTok, claims his iPhone was stolen. But things quickly escalate with the responding officer.
So listen, I don't give a
Okay, give me my pen back. Give me my pen back.
I'm gonna sign the thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Dude, shut the up. Listen.
No, I'm not. You're going to sign this and then I'm going to leave.
Yeah,
He has 600,000 followers on TikTok. The Seagull is not just a crime. It is content.
my belongings in here that are worth more than the felony charge.
Okay.
So I want you to go let them know that nobody comes in here the rest of the time.
Okay, yeah, I'll let them know. They're not kicking you out.
There's no reason to. I just defended my daughter's. What do you think I did?
No,
Snatch the Seagull out of the sky. Look,
Don't
how hard is
okay,
it? I'm out. But listen,
right next to it.
I know, but listen, what do you think?
The documentation of the kill becomes more important than the justification for it.
True.
That's fine. I'm still going to need to grab all your information.
For what?
Because, you can't just be ripping Seagull up.
I didn't rip a Seagull up. I grabbed them off my daughter.
Listen, I'm going to get it one way or another. I'm trying to be very chill.
You're not being chill at all.
I am being chill. I'm being very, very chill.
Come on, dude. Fries. Look,
I understand. Listen, we're not going to... I didn't say one thing to you yet.
A man who truly feared for his daughter would drop the bird.
And showed it to their toddler.
Come on, dude. I'm standing here ready to fucking attack my daughter's my daughter's almost 2 years old,
and that's why,
she's standing there screaming. What do you think I'm gonna do?
Yeah. Did that happen from the bird? Like, did that happen with that or not? I don't know if it bit you.
I got cast out.
I didn't know if it...
He would check on her face. He would wash his hands. He would not hold the head up for the camera. He would not, months later, release a rap video called Seagull Freestyle. But Franklin Zaggler did all of those things. And the state of New Jersey noticed. The parallel narrative is even darker. While the Seagull case was moving forward, court records show the defendant was already facing separate charges. Aggravated assault on a domestic violence victim, criminal restraint, assault by auto. These are not minor traffic tickets. These are the kinds of charges that fill in the background of a man who, in public, seemed to be playing a character. The Seagull incident was not an isolated lapse. It was a public performance of a private pattern. The animal cruelty charge became the one headline, but the plea deal tells the full story. He pleaded guilty to animal cruelty. He also pleaded guilty to the domestic violence charges and the criminal restraint charges.
Bird, down on TV, off with his head.
According to court documents, as part of a plea deal, Franklin Zaggler pleaded guilty to animal cruelty. He also pleaded guilty to assault by auto, aggravated assault on a domestic violence victim, and criminal restraint.
The Seagull was the final act in a longer file. The court did not see a man defending his daughter. The court saw a defendant with a documented history of using force against the vulnerable.
After minutes of arguing, the staff decide Franklin isn't allowed back in the park, but they let his girlfriend return to the cabana to search for his phone. And although officers tell him he's free to go, Franklin's outburst is far from over.
I'm gonna wait right here.
Okay.
You're waiting with me, you're waiting with me.
No, we're not.
We are. This your case.
The worker had his
And that brings us to the question this case forces us to ask. What kind of society watches a man decapitate a bird in front of a toddler and then hands him a 5-year probation sentence and a public platform? An animal protection group petitioned for maximum sentencing. 3 to 5 years in state prison. The judge handed down probation, mandated treatment, domestic violence counseling, a mental health evaluation.
After the Seagull incident attracted national attention, an animal protection group launched a petition calling for a maximum sentencing of 3 to 5 years. Ultimately, he was sentenced to 5 years probation and was ordered to complete treatment, domestic violence counseling, and a mental health evaluation. According
The
to
system chose rehabilitation over punishment. That is a legitimate legal philosophy. But it collides with the reality of the public record. The defendant posted the Seagull freestyle after the charges were resolved. He did not disappear into treatment. He returned to the platform. The probation order did not mention a social media ban. So the man who held a severed bird head in front of his daughter remains free to stream, to post, to perform.
Are you the one that killed the Seagull?
Yeah, that's me. One time. Wow. It's over. You know what I mean?
You know the animal lovers now, Frank.
According to his Instagram and TikTok pages, Franklin posted content addressing the Seagull episode. On April 12, 2026, he shared a rap video on both platforms titled Seagull Freestyle, attracting.
The court says he is being supervised. The algorithm says he is being rewarded.
According to his Instagram and TikTok pages, Franklin posted content addressing the Seagull episode. On April 12, 2026, he shared a rap video on both platforms titled Seagull Freestyle, attracting thousands of views.
Killing a bird?
Here's the refrain that matters. He held the head. He held the head. He held the head. 3 times in this case. The state had a chance to intervene before the Seagull ever entered the cabana. The domestic violence charges predated the pier. The assault by auto charge predated the pier. The criminal restraint charge predated the pier. Each of those is a call for help the system heard and answered with continuances and plea negotiations.
Let's go. No, take his phone. Put your hands behind your back.
No.
Relax. Put your hands behind. No. Listen. I get broke. Turn around. Dude. Put your hands behind your back. Stop resisting. I'm gonna take you down on the ground in a second, man. Keep walking.
The Seagull was not the first act of violence in Franklin Zaggler's life. It was the first act he chose to film. That is the sick symmetry of the entire case. The law moved slowly on the charges against humans. But when a bird died on camera, the animal cruelty statute moved like a blade. Why? Because a bird's death is visible. A bruised woman's face is often hidden behind a closed door. The legal system is not blind to violence. It is simply more responsive to violence that leaves a public record. A decapitated seagull on a garbage can is a public record. A 2-year-old who watches her father do the decapitating is not. Not yet. So what is the document the viewers need to see? The plea agreement. It is a public court filing in Cape May County. The case number is buried in the municipal court docket under the name Franklin Zaggler. The document lists every charge, every guilty plea, every condition of probation. You can find it if you search the New Jersey Court Records database. I want you to do that. Open the docket. Look at the list of counts, and then answer one question in the comments. A. Does the sentence match the cumulative weight of the charges? Or does the Seagull cruelty conviction obscure the pattern the rest of the docket reveals? Because that is the question the prosecution did not ask. That is the question the judge did not answer. And that is the question the body cam footage leaves hanging over the pier like a gull over a trash can. If this analysis shifted the way you see the case, you know what to do. Share it with someone who still thinks the story is just about a bird. Subscribe to Police Bodycam Legal Analysis for more case files where the public record tells a different story than the headline. Turn on notifications so you don't miss the next deep dive. And tell us in the comments, what do you think he actually was protecting in that cabana? His daughter, or the version of himself he wanted the camera to see? The gulls are gone. The body cam remains. We read the documents. That is the job. Now the audience does the same.